I have a problem. I can't get up in the mornings. I want to be productive, but I'm just a completely different person in the mornings. But luckily, I have this guy. Known to the internet as NeuroDaddy or mainly ChatGPT when I asked who he was. And basically this guy is like the Jesus of neuroscience and productivity advice on the internet. So, during this week, I am going to try his perfect morning routine. And at the end of each morning, I'm going to rank how productive I was. And at the end of each day, I'll rank how awake I am. And then at the end of the week, I'll say whether or not the routine helped me. So anyways, let's get into it. See, you guys all think that I just got up. But no, somebody had to set the camera there. I actually got up hours ago by placing my camera on the other side of the room so that I had to get up, do some exercise, because Andrew Huberman says that that's important.
The second most powerful Zeitgeber is exercise or movement.
Then I have to go and walk over to my desk and actually actively pick up my phone and not hit snooze, because that's also bad. You're not supposed to do that. And in the words of Tammy Slayton, drink water.
Bitch, you ain't pregnant, you're thirsty. You're just thirsty, bitch. Go drink you some water.
Andrew Huberman also said that as well.
Drink some water. I do think that hydrating is very important.
Yeah. So then the rest of my morning routine consisted of splashing cold water on my face and then scorching my eyes into the sun. Okay, now back in the house. And then I forced myself to do more exercise by doing 10 jumping jacks. And then after that, I had to get on Focus Mate because without accountability, I cannot get up in the morning. So I just did some work for a 90-minute period.
With 90-minute ultradian cycles.
I do this work in the morning because he talks a lot about how adenosine affects our ability to do deep work.
Right. The longer you're awake, the more is the buildup of a molecule called adenosine in your brain and body. It makes you sleepy, makes it harder to focus. When you sleep, adenosine levels are pushed down again. You're able to focus again. You feel more alert.
So now I'm going to get ready. I finished all my work, so let's get ready. Andrew Huberman talks a lot about how you're supposed to wait 90 minutes after waking up to have coffee, so that way you don't have a midday crash. My work took about 90 minutes, so once I finished, you know what that meant? Coffee time! We practiced this. After coffee, I just sold a few things on Facebook Marketplace. Now I'm going on a walk because any kind of exercise kind of helps get your energy level up around midday. It's like noon right now, so me, my mom, and Friday, we're all going on a walk right now. And I'm actually doing a video on that, so if you want to watch that, I'm going to put it up here or here if that's out right now. On our walk, it was actually pouring, so I got soaking wet, but that also woke me up. And then this is what Friday looked like. She's so soggy. One of the things you're supposed to do is look at the sun while it's setting. It's been raining all day, so actually this is about all we get for looking at the sun while it sets. Okay, so day one I would say was pretty productive. I did like 2 hours of homework in the morning. I really locked in during that 90-minute cycle. And then I also filmed 2 YouTube intro videos and edited them. And then I also sold a wheelbarrow, I don't know how people normally say that, but I sold it on Facebook Marketplace for $40. And then I hit my step goal of 20,000 steps with Friday, which was pretty huge. So day one, I would say was pretty productive. Right now it's like 11:20, which is a little bit over my bedtime, but I'm not supposed to look at any screens before I go to bed, so I'm just gonna read this book. I spent about the past hour just talking to my brother, you know, before I go to bed to kind of wind down and not go on any screens. So anyways, good night, guys. Okay, so I did my 90-minute session. I did all the things, put cold water in my face, and it still feels like that scene from The Matrix. Oh my gosh, guys, it is so hard for me to wake up in the morning. I don't know why. So I finally got myself out of bed, and so you know what time it is? Coffee time! It's kind of lame when I do it without my dad, I can't lie. Okay, so I made 1 piece of toast because I'm still trying to reset my circadian rhythm to be up at the early hours of the day. I have my coffee, so now I'm just gonna get ready and then do some more work. So I would say for energy levels today, I did get really tired around 4 o'clock, but I can't lie, I'm not really doing what he says to the fullest. I did go outside at the beginning of the day, but that was only for 30 seconds, and then I walked back inside. So I'm gonna up the time I'm outside at the beginning of the day to 10 minutes, because that's actually doing the challenge to my fullest. I also didn't do a crazy amount of physical activity today because it was raining outside and I couldn't really go do my daily walks. In terms of productivity, I did feel kind of productive, but I think my issue is no matter how much I do, I feel like I'll still feel kind of unproductive. So I think maybe tomorrow I'm gonna hit it with a list and see if that makes me feel more productive. But anyways, that's it for today. Bye, guys. I bet you guys were expecting me to be getting out of the bed right now, but no, you guys know me better than that. I've been awake for the past 2.5 hours. See, I would film myself getting up in the morning, but for some reason, when I don't have accountability to do something, I won't do it. I booked my Focus Mate class and I went to that, but I got up 2 minutes before my session started. So I'm trying to workshop it right now because I got up and I splashed my face with cold water and I went outside for like a minute, but I want to go outside for longer. So I'm trying to workshop how I could force myself to get up when I don't want to for the 10 minutes before my class starts, so I actually have time to do stuff. So I'm working on that one. Secondly, I did take a nap this morning. Probably because I was tired because I didn't look at sunlight enough this morning. So I took a 20-minute nap, and those are supposed to be pretty good. I took a non-sleep deep rest nap. So Andrew Huberman really gasses those up. It's a very lovely nap. I don't know if I regret the nap. It was very nice. Anyways, yeah, that's my morning right now, and you know what time it is? Coffee time! This morning I am making an ice shake and espresso, because I'm going to try and make a new coffee every single day. So I'll tell you how that goes. Wait, that coffee is actually okay. That's not bad. I was a little concerned, but I trusted the process and it was actually half decent. Then I went on my midday walk with Friday to get my energy levels up, and it was actually very nice outside. They have a butterfly trail that's so cool. I wonder if I'll see any butterflies. Okay guys, so I am about to go to sleep in a second. It's like 11 o'clock. But guys, I can't lie. Today was rough. My energy levels throughout the day were pretty low. I took a nap. I set a to-do list for myself, and I was hoping to start selling stuff on Facebook Marketplace, both just to make money and also for a video. And I didn't get to start that, which I was a little disappointed about. I got some stuff done, but not as much as I hoped. But anyways, tomorrow I think will be a better day. So good night, guys. Guys, I need to be honest with you. I took a nap again this morning. So I did my class on Focus Mate, and then I was tired, and then I took a nap. And it was a 20-minute nap, but then it turns into 30 minutes, or not 30, 90 minutes. I don't know why, guys. I can't do it. I'm so bad at not sleeping. I love sleeping, guys. You guys know what time it is? Coffee time! And then the rest of the day, I just spent listing stuff on Facebook Marketplace. I think I made like $50 from the listings that day. Okay, so I could have been a little bit more productive. But one thing I do want to try tomorrow morning is I want to use the steps on the Alarm Me app, because that was really helpful for me this morning. I did panic midway through and delete the app because it was taking too long to do my steps. So I needed to go to my Focus Mate appointment, so I just deleted the app. But anyway, so I'm going to do that, and I want to make myself a fun coffee tonight. Prepare a fun coffee for tomorrow morning. And yeah, anyways, now I'm going to read my book, and good night. Guys, I've officially done it. I actually got up without snoozing this morning. I did delete my alarm clock app for a second time because for some reason it wouldn't turn off, and I kept trying to take a picture because it's like one of those things where you need to take a picture to get it to turn off, and it wouldn't take a picture, so I couldn't move on to do my steps for the day. So then I just ended up deleting it. But I got up, was outside for at least a solid like 5 to 10 minutes, which is what you're supposed to do, and I did my work. So this morning I would say is a pretty successful morning. Plus I didn't nap. I think I'm finally fixing my circadian rhythm right now. You guys know what time it is? Okay, y'all, I just thought I'd mention I went for my second cup of coffee today, and maybe that affected my energy levels, but so far this morning, I've had so much energy, and I want to give a shout out to this drink. I'll put the order on the screen, but it is so good, and it's actually not that expensive for Starbucks. My friend put me on this drink, and it's pretty solid. So for the rest of that morning, I detailed out my mom's car, and then I sold a ton of other stuff on Facebook Marketplace. Like, right in my video, kind of came to a tragic ending when our Then after that, I did a midday walk to get my energy levels up. So I'm gonna say for today, actually, I think I was pretty productive and very awake. I didn't nap, I woke up and I did my steps, so I'm gonna say for both productivity and awakeness, I think today was pretty solid. Then when I finally thought I was getting the hang of things on day 5, I ran into more problems on day 6. Okay, so I can't lie, I did sleep in this morning. I woke up and I canceled my focus mate session. For some reason, I was like really nauseous last night, so I didn't get a good night's sleep, and then I just kind of kept sleeping when I woke up. So then day 6, I decided to try and take a cold shower since Andrew Huberman hyped them up so much. I am so cold. I went with the method of making the water go from like really, really hot to really, really cold. And I was only in it for like 2 minutes, but guys, I hate cold showers so much. So now I'm actually gonna get some work done, but first, coffee time! I made myself an iced latte. This is one of my favorite things to make out of our Keurig here. So now I'm gonna do some work. Today was kind of a hurdle. Just waking up later, I think, kind of backlogged me for the whole day. So I will say one of the biggest hacks I completely agree with from Andrew Huberman is just waking up and doing that 90 minutes of work, that really like focus work at the beginning of the morning. It's the best time to get that done. And he also says just having like that consistent schoolwork time is also really nice.
Set aside time to study. They literally schedule time to study.
Today made me realize how important that is. But energy levels throughout the day were pretty solid. I don't really have any complaints. Probably because I slept so much. Probably slept like 10 hours, but you know, that's okay. Anyways, bye guys. My favorite part of the morning is getting to see the sun. Guys, I finished my work for today, and I don't think I even need to say what I'm about to say next.
Today is June 14th, 2025. I'm
not even in the shop.
Coffee time!
So I got my coffee and I'm gonna drink this real quick, and then I actually am gonna take a nap, because once you drink coffee and then take a nap, you're supposed to wake up more refreshed. Okay, so I think I need to specifically explain the kind of nap that I took. So I took a yoga nidra nap, which is basically to reset your nervous system, and Dr. Huberman talks about this a lot.
It's a thing that they call yoga nidra. Yoga nidra actually means yoga sleep, and it's a sort of meditation that you listen to.
Okay, so this is me actually trying yoga nidra. And I've actually done yoga nidra before, weirdly. I've taken a couple different yoga classes, and there's some free yoga classes at my school, and I actually love yoga nidra. It's the one kind of yoga where you're just not moving the entire time, you just lay there, and you do feel really refreshed after that. So I would say, honestly, I never really thought about that, but when I looked into Andrew Huberman, he talks about it to do yoga nidra instead of taking a nap, and I kind of like that. I do feel really refreshed, and I think if I would have done that earlier in the challenge, maybe I wouldn't have had the problem where I would wake up and then go back to sleep. So I guess I do kind of recommend that. But yeah, it was really nice. I like yoga nidra. Okay, so it is officially day 8, which means I finished the challenge, and so I woke up every day except that one day. Day 6 was a rough day. So now I'm going to tell you guys what I think. So first of all, I do want to say that I think this routine is awesome, because I feel like a lot of people in that space of productivity do really complicated things, and honestly, you could take Andrew Huberman to the extremes as well, but I thought his routine was decently easy to follow. My favorite part, I think, about his whole routine is he talks about that 90 minutes of deep focus in the day, and this is something I do naturally a lot as well, but I think that 90 minutes, you're really focused in first thing in the morning. You don't get bombarded with all these problems. I've kind of learned from this challenge that I think building a habit is more so making everything else around you, your environment, almost impossible so that you can't fail. So for me, I did the alarming. I actually did end up getting a membership to Focus Mate. Just drinking the water and forcing myself to physically get up, I made it as inconvenient as possible for me not to get up. Lastly, I want to say that I do think just experimenting, and even when I mess up during the week, I think it's a lot about experimenting and seeing what you work best with in your routine. So I think with anything, anybody, any article or professional that you're listening to trying to build your routine around, I think it's just experimenting with what works for you. So even if you mess up something in your routine, maybe that just means you need to tweak something or just keep on going. It's just a mistake. So I think that was my favorite part about this week, is experimenting and seeing what really works for me, especially having it on camera was so helpful. So anyways, that was my week. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love y'all. And yeah, comment whatever other routines you want me to try, because I really want to have a productive summer. And anyways, bye guys.
Me. Look at your fatness. You ain't a prize.
There's a little bit of tension.